Alright mates, Kicks Reason is here coming to you with another review, and this is something very unusual for most of you that follow my channel, and you've noticed that I almost entirely eliminated Jordan brand out of my reviews, and here we are. I have another box in front of you. Those of you that follow DJ Hes probably are not surprised at these, because this this box comes from him as a token of appreciation of the 2 years that I've been with the site and have written a lot of articles. Same goes for the rest of the writing team, the senior writing team that's been with the site for a long time. And of course, huge thank you to him for the generosity and the recognition, and absolutely appreciate it from my side. I hope and I know that the rest of the team feels the same way. So big shout out to everybody, big shout out to the whole squad, and of course DJ Hes. So you guys know my last Jordan I bought was almost a year ago, last year in May, when the low black and red 11 Jordan 11 dropped. So that was the last pair I really got, and after that the prices start going up and up and up. So I was like, no, I mean, that's it. You gotta put a stop at some point. You know, you cannot be going forever and they can raise their prices to the sky and just, you know, keep getting you on the same path of spending your hard-earned money. So I focused on other sneakers that I want. I scaled back. But again, this is a shoe that I really wanted, so when that opportunity was presented, and I know I'm super late to the party, but hey, whatever. Let me show it to you. Normal Jordan box. I think they're gonna change this year the box that it looks. It's gonna be more like the boxes back in the early days, but we'll see how that happens. And this is the shoe. We have the Jordan 8 Retro, what everybody's calling the Aqua, in the black, flint gray, and Concord colorway. Retail price $190. I mean, you can calculate $190 plus tax. Where I live, it's way over $200, so definitely I'm not paying this kind of money ever. No matter what the shoe is, no matter how much I love it, and this shoe, you guys know if you've seen my other videos, Jordan 8 is my all-time favorite Jordan. And while I'm talking, let me pull them out of the box and show it to you guys. So 23 paper, great. And yeah, the shoes, let me pull them out real quick. Talk to you about, for those of you that are not aware of how much I love the 8s and what it's all about. So when Jordan wore these shoes back in that famous season, then '93, when he won the third title, I was in high school. I was super involved in sneakers at that time. That was the initial sneaker bubble. That was the initial sneaker hype. You know, naturally at that time there was no internet. There was nothing like that. So we all rely on watching games on TV, recording them on VHS, staring at the screen and trying to look at the shoes and see what it is. And then when they show up in the store, we knew what it is, and we read through some, you know, advertisement that was handed over at the stores and stuff like that. But you know, the best playoff series, in my opinion, my humble opinion, was between the Chicago Bulls and the Phoenix Suns that same year, and Jordan wearing, you know, the playoff version of this 8, which I have. The previous release was in 2007. For those of you that have been with me for a while and you guys pay attention to the channel, you've seen my video and my review. And these came the same year alongside with the playoff, but for whatever reason I didn't buy them. I think because of the color differences, this, you know, back section here was darker, and I remember like yesterday the original one was more like what I'm holding right now in front of me, and what you're seeing in front of your screen. And I think that was the reason that I passed on them. I bought the playoff version, which is again my favorite colorway, and I was like, you know, will be a time when I can grab these if they get released again. You know, shift further 8 years later, they came in a proper form, but then the price is not the same. I think I bought my playoff back then for under 150, I believe. Maybe, I don't remember, but it was definitely around 150. I think not, if it's above, it's not way much above. I think with tax was, 153 or something. I don't know, whatever. Don't quote me on that. Look at my old video. I showed a receipt there, but was a lot cheaper. So anyway, going back to these, and these series of playoffs were absolutely amazing. I think it was the biggest matchup. Charles Barkley, which was one of my favorite players at that time, from the Nike contract. I kind of separated them this way when I was in high school. Players that I like the most that are playing in Nikes, and players that I like the most that are playing in Reeboks. Kind of silly, I know, but this is how I look at it back in the day. So I kind of wanted both of them to win. Jordan was never really be all and end all for me. It was not the favorite. I always had a huge respect for him. Always liked his shoes. Always loved his gameplay. But I am kind of a person that will always root for the underdog. So I wanted Phoenix to win, but naturally, Jordan and squad, they were just absolutely unstoppable at that time. And this series were so amazing. So this shoe just stuck in my mind and my head. When it came out around time where there was tons of amazing shoes coming from Nike, from Reebok, for all kinds of brands, and watching them in the store, this Jordan model was one of the most expensive ones. I think. I think the original release price was $125, but I was living in Europe at that time, so prices were even higher. Just thinking about buying this shoe was absolutely impossible for me. So it kind of glorified it so much in my mind that I will never be able to buy that shoe ever in my life. But shift 20 some years later, and there it is in front of me. Same goes for the playoff. Now I'm glad that I have both of them. Playoff being my favorite, this is my second favorite, and sometime in the future I hope I'm gonna grab the white based version, or what people are calling the Bugs Bunnies. I don't like that name a lot, but hey, whatever. To kind of have all three colorways together. And yeah, I mean, what can I say? I think it's a pretty accurate representation of what the shoe was back in the day, with starting from the speckles here, from the glitter that a lot of people are hating on. I think it's a little bit more than the original one, but at the same time it's not that bad. I like that they made the color on that heel portion pretty close to the original one, that lighter kind of a suede looking material, which is not, it's synthetic. It's more like a felt, I guess, I don't know. And this black durable all around. One of the things funny, going in details, back in the day when both of them, the playoff and this one, were in the store, this one obviously Michael Jordan played on the All-Star game, but when you have them side by side and you see the color 23 on the playoff, kind of stuck up more back in the day, so we were kind of liking it more because of that. I think it was one of the reasons. But on the other side, this carpeted tone that's so signature for the patch, is so signature for the 8, was done in one color, obviously, but Jumpman was a different color, so it's kind of like tit for tat. But I don't know, for whatever reason we like the playoff more. Maybe just paid more attention to the playoff games. I remember only one kid in my school having these. They were so expensive. That kid was super rich. He was in the basketball team, and he totally trashed these. I mean, he wore them up in the snow, outside, and like kick balls with that thing, and they were just so beat at the end of the year. I was like, oh my god! And this guy, if I ever have him, I will preserve him like my eyes, But this is the thinking of a poor kid versus somebody that has everything, and he didn't care about that at all. But yeah, I mean, outsole great. I like that aqua color. It's absolutely amazing, and these patches on both lateral and medial side was one of the most amazing and signature thing back in the day. And just the amount of detail on that shoe is so amazing. It was so early 90s, with all the overlays, with straps, Air Jordan on both sides. It's just amazing how it was done. Inner booty, with that neoprene. You know, I really like the inner booty on the playoff. That's probably one of my other reasons that I like it a lot, because it's colorful, and this is all black. Let me try to pull the shoe tree out and show you inside. The shoe tree comes with the paper, and that's fine, I guess. And this is the label, the tag. As you can see, May of 2015 to August of 2015, and size 8. And why do I went size 8? I heard from a lot of people in reviews that these run a little bit bigger, similar to what the black and infrared 6s were. You know, that's what was one of the reasons that I got rid of that black and infrared. That's the only pair of sneakers I've sold in, like, I don't know, 15, 20 years. But I was so disappointed of the quality and of the fact that they're so big that I cannot wear them. I just had to get rid of them right away. But these, I went half a size down. They fit perfectly well. So I don't know what changed in the tooling. My playoff 2007 playoff 8s are 8.5, perfect sizing. Normally all of my Nikes and Jordans are 8.5, and these, just for whatever reason, are running you know, bigger. The insole is this, I don't know if camera sees it well, but it's that same colors that are on the outsole, which was one of the coolest and iconic things back in the day. And if I can unglue the backside a little bit, I know Jordan Brandon's not doing a great job with the glues, so I can probably pull it with a little struggle, maybe just a little bit, so you can see the colors here. Can't pull the whole thing, but you know, it's a nice touch. It's something that's appreciated. I like that to see it in the retro, and this signature, you know, detached booty here with a heel corner and the pull tab. That's I love these details, man, and this shoe for me is so special. I'm so glad that I finally had it in my possession. You know, there was no way for me to spend all that money. It's just not reasonable to spend over $200 for a pair of sneakers when I can get 2 or 3 other pairs that I like. I'm this kind of person. Just think a little bit more about it, and don't want to give more reasons to Jordan Brand to raise their prices. You know, if you continue to buy them on that price, they're going to continue to raise the prices. So it is what it is. Just my little rant. But yeah, ultimately I'm very happy that I have them. Again, big shout out to DJ Hes and everybody else in the writing stuff. You know, being able to get connected to this pair that I absolutely love. You know, my all-time favorite Jordan again. It's people don't give enough credit to this shoe, but the amount of detail on that and the amount of 90s that goes into this shoe is just amazing. You know, like I said, I remember like yesterday watching them every day in the store and think that I will never be able to get this kind of pair. I will never be able to buy this Jordan because it was so expensive. And just watching the handful of people, rich kids, having that, you know, throughout the whole years of this shoe of existence back in the day when I was in school, and just, you know, the way they treated that shoe when they had so much money was mind-blowing to me. You know, I always thought that if I have it, they will stay pristine, and now I finally have them in my collection, and I'm very happy. You know, technology-wise, everybody knows everything about it, but, you know, just worth mentioning, polyurethane midsole, typical for that time, encapsulated forefoot air and heel air units. They were comfortable back in the day. You know, now I put them on, they're, you know, not the same, obviously, but still not that bad. You know, I have no complaints. This pair is almost flawless, by the way. I mean, the toes are nice and clean, no glue marks, no anything excessive, you know, no smudges, no scratches, no anything crazy. So, you know, good. Maybe I got it lucky, but I think they're just putting a little bit more effort, and they better be. I mean, for this kind of prices, they better be putting some more effort. These locks, for whatever crazy reason, I thought they were metal back in the day, but I guess they were not. I think it's more, they were plastic back in the day as well. I don't know, maybe just, you know, it's been such a long time as the memory is finally fading on me. I have a lot more clear memories on other models and a lot of brands and Reebok and all that. You guys know me that I know everything about Reebok, but love them. Again, you know, I can ramble all day about them, but ultimately I'm super happy. I'm super stoked that I have these in my collection finally. And I don't know when this is going to be next time I'm going to have Jordans in my collection, but hey, unless I win the lottery or something significantly happens that I come by with a lot of money, that I can at least afford a pair or two, you know, every once in a while. And by afford, you know what I mean, you know, I can buy now all the Jordans I want, but I will not, because it's just unreasonable. And I like I said, I can buy multiple pairs of other pairs that I like instead of just one. Yep, that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, what else I can say? Oh, almost forgot. Check our shared Instagram's page, the Real Collective Kicks. It's one of those Instagram pages we have that everybody can post from the writing stuff. We're gonna be doing a giveaway very soon, so just if you follow that, if you keep your ear to the ground, you might get some great things your way. And as always, check collectivekicks.com for more sneaker news, reviews, and history articles. And almost forgot, they put in a retro card in these, which I was so surprised, because the 2007 pair also has this same retro card, where it finishes to the 22s, and I think they probably found a whole bunch of these laying around and slipped them into this one, because that was the time, you know, around when the 22s came out. That one, the retro came out of the previous retro, 2007, 2008. So yeah, I mean, it was a nice touch. I like that. That should bring it to every single pair of retro they're bringing out. Again, thank you very much, guys. Sorry again for the long video. I tend to make those longer and longer, but sorry about that. Again, big thank you, big huge thank you to everybody, and hit the thumbs up if you like the video. Stay tuned to the channel. There will be a lot more. I have a quite a big surprise, and huge pleasant surprise for all the Reebok fans very soon. So stay tuned to the channel and stay tuned to the site. And until next time, guys, you have a wonderful day.